It is now or never. All of our planning, everything that we worked for is going to come down to this moment. So all of my boys get into position, we take our matchups, and it's time for war. Alright, so if you saw part 1 to the story, then you would know that me and my homie Kevin got jumped by some light skins after we got set up. Well, this story of how we got back, bro. Bump all the app, bro. Let's get straight into it. So this story starts off after me and Kevin got stomped out by the light skins. We were both at home on the game with our boys, one of which was the homie Noku. And we explained to them what happened. We told them about how Derek set us up and about how T gathered everyone and jumped us. And our homies did what any group of W-mans would do. He put a foot in your neck. He curled his toes on your head. So after they get done clowning me for 30 minutes straight, we all get serious and we came up with a game plan on how we finna get back. So here's a breakdown of the new plan. We decided that the best way to get back would be a head-on fight. And since this was our approach, there were 3 things that needed to be done. Step 1, recruitment. Since we got the plan down, we're gonna need people to help us execute this plan. And this is where my job came in. My job was to recruit trustworthy people who wouldn't give away the plan to anybody. Luckily, I had an idea on some heavy hitters that I knew would be down to fight. Step 2, we got the matchups. We had to make sure the matchups swung in our favor. So we made sure to establish who was gonna fight who. And after some discussion, we came to an agreement on who was gonna fight who. But we all knew one thing was for sure. Kevin had to fight Derek, and I had to be the one to fight Teague. And finally, step 3, the time and the location. And this is where the real strategy came in, because we needed to get everyone in the same spot. This is where another light skin who we finna call Stan comes into play. Because you see, Stan was one of those guys who would act first, think later. And this was perfect, because this meant that he was exploitable. And with all that, we was ready to execute the plan. So the next school day comes and we break up into groups to execute the plan. Noku goes off to go find Stan to set up the location. Kevin says he has to go talk to somebody, so we let him do his own thing. And I set out to go find some friends. I had 2 people in mind that I knew would guarantee us the win. Yo, bro, you wanna help us in the fight? Yeah, sure, why not? This is my boy Alan. He was bigger than us because he was older than us, which made him the perfect ally for the fight. But even with Alan, we were going to need one more ally in order to guarantee us a win. Yo, Milo, what's good, man? You want to help us fight some light skins? Bet! This is my other homie Milo. He just likes to fight. So after I recruited Alan and Milo, the bell rings and now we all go to the class. And pretty soon we get to my gym class and Teague is once again on my head for nothing, bro. He over here bragging about how they set us up and talking about how they put a foot on my head. But I ain't gonna lie, this time I wasn't mad because I already knew what was coming next. I wasn't worried about nothing. But as we talking, one of Teague's homies walks in who we finna call Kenny. And if you remember, Kenny was actually one of the light skins who jumped me and Kevin. He goes up to Teague and he starts whispering something in his ear. And they didn't know it, but I already knew what they were talking about. Because this was all part of the plan. See, we needed a way for everybody to be at the same spot like I said earlier. So we actually had Noku go up to Stan and challenge into a slapboxing match at the same hill that we got jumped at last time. We did this because we knew that all of the light skins would show up to jump Nigel because he's the only one that they haven't got yet. And the reason why we decided to challenge Stan specifically is because Stan's sneaky. He's the type of guy who would set you up even if he knew he could beat you one-on-one, which made him the perfect target to execute the plan. So Kenny finishes talking to Teague, he leaves, then Teague comes back and he starts roasting me again, but this time he has a big smile on his face. So I already knew that he bit the bait. But pretty soon gym class is over, we finished the rest of our classes and now it's time for us to go to lunch. And we're all at the lunch table talking about how we're going to execute this plan. And this is also where we bring Alan and Milo up to date about everything that we're going to do. So after we talk, we finalize the plan, and pretty soon lunchtime is over, we finish school day, and now it's time to set the plan into motion. We all meet at the same parking lot that we met at last time, and we tell Nigel to go ahead while we get into position. So we all split off, and we all agreed that we wouldn't jump out until we saw the light skins jump in. And so we all go to our hiding spots, and I decided to go to this bush that's across the street from the hill. Everyone else gets into position, so then Noku goes over to Stan, and they start boxing, bro. They going at it, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks like they was evenly matched. And as the match goes on, Noku's gaining the upper hand. And I don't know, but something just seemed off. Like, Stan's losing the fight, but nobody's jumped in yet. But while I'm thinking about this, I noticed somebody in the background. I see Tito, who was one of the light skins that jumped me. But more importantly, I see Tito creeping behind about to attack Noku. So I jump out the bush and I run over to tackle Tito. But right as I'm about to get Tito, out of nowhere, Kenny pops up and slams me on the ground. And that's when I realized what was going on. They anticipated our trap, and they got us to move first. And since I ran out of the bush, Kevin, Milo, and Alan all hop out of their spots and they start rushing over to us. And once they hop out, we see Teague, Derek, and the other two light skins who we finna call Jaden and Mike heading towards us. It is now or never. All of our planning, everything that we worked for is gonna come down to this moment. So all of my boys get into position, we take our matchups, and it's time for war. And so after we got done fighting, it was clear as day that me and my squad won. Mission accomplished. So the light skins, they get up and they're talking about how they're gonna get us back. Spoiler alert, they never did. But man, you already know we was hyped, dog. We got our get back. They really thought they was gonna jump us and we wasn't gonna do nothing back? Nah, you crazy. And so you already know that next day when we were in class, it felt so good to just talk back to him like he'd been talking to me the last 2 days, bruh. Life is good, man. I swear. Life is good. But hey, man, let me know if you want to hear more fight stories, bro, because I promise you I got a whole bunch more, man. But with that being said, man, if you like the video, do your boy a favor, bro. Just drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, bro. Because I got so much more in store for y'all. Y'all don't even know, bro. I'm finna lock in with this content stuff, bro. But with that being said, man, I hope you enjoyed it. All glory to God, and we out.